Yes, in Holland we do a podcast together with Patrick, a friend of mine, and we talk about this, and we call this struggle mind, the worrying mind. We call it as if there's Statler and Waldorf from a Muppet Show, if it's inside our brain, and they discuss everything, and then they move from left to right, and they create a lot of strange thoughts that makes us being frustrated, or makes us having all kinds of doom scenarios, feeling stress or guilt. It's not guilt. So um, what happens if a thought simply arises inside my brain from out of nowhere? There's suddenly this thought: I want to drink water, for instance. Could have been any other thought. This is what came up. Then the ego is claiming, it creates the idea that I created this thought. This thought it's mine. And after the ego has claimed it to be me, to be mine, then Waldorf and Stedtler come in and they start talking about that thought. So they will say, well, maybe you shouldn't drink right now because you're doing the interview, and maybe he should have offered you a drink. You did, by the way. Um, and all these secondary thoughts, they they exist from out this idea of being a separate individual. So if you are in a traffic jam, um, the ego claims, like, well, it should have been different. I am in a traffic jam, so I will probably be too late at work. Then Stedtler and Waldorf come in and say, yeah, you should have gone out of bed sooner. You have no control of your life because you don't even are able to go to bed early enough. You're a loser, you're not good enough, and your boss will probably be very mad. And what will happen when he realizes that this is the third time this week that you were late, and you start blaming the traffic jam, and you start blaming that this country is very crowded, that you want to immigrate, or I don't know. There's a lot of thoughts that are rising just from out this idea that this present moment could have been different. So if you realize that it's just right, that that's like a movie, then Waldorf and Stettler, they shut up more and more. So you're in a traffic jam and you just say, all right, maybe I don't like being in a traffic jam, but it is as it is. It couldn't have been different from what it is. And what's going to happen when you get at work, when you reach the office? You don't know, so you don't worry about it. You will also not look back, think, oh, I should have gone out of bed sooner. No, because you didn't. Maybe there's an automatic learning system that the day after this day you might go out of bed a little bit sooner. But you are also not in control of that. You never know what's life gonna do. So, when Stedtler and Waldorf stop arguing inside your brain, there's suddenly this inner peace. It's like doing sports. When you're doing sports, you're in some flow, and everything seems to go automatically. Or you are having a talk with someone, or you're making love, or you are reading a book, you are meditating, you are playing a video game. These are moments when we are in flow, it's what we call it, and we feel as if we are happy, inner peace, and we start to enjoy the present moment. So then the question often is, so how can we make sure that Stedtler and Waldorf, they shut up? Well, you can't. Because if you are lying in bed and worrying about all kinds of things and having all kinds of thoughts, well, try to tell yourself not to worry. That is impossible. It's like not thinking about a pink elephant. You instantly think about the pink elephant. So Waldorf and Setter will shut up when you realize that everything is exactly as it should be. But that is just a concept, that is just a pointer, that's something you might recognize, something you will trust in a later state. And when this non-dualistic insight is getting more and more integrated, there's nothing you can do about it, it's just also an automatic process, then you'll start feeling more and more relaxed. So it's a little ironic, because a lot of seekers, they're seeking for many years, they've been doing a lot of spiritual workshops and trainings, and you finally realize that there's nothing to seek, that everything you've been looking for has already been there, always, because you have always been consciousness. It's just this idea of being a separate individual who is in control of your life that makes you struggle. It's just a thought, and this thought becomes more and more weak, I should say, by realizing your true nature. And everything that I'm telling, and a lot of people are giving the same message, it are all pointers. So you can use these words or pointers to get rid of this I idea. And when it's finally the I idea is out, you can throw everything away. You don't need anything, because you already are. You already are bliss. You are one. You are consciousness. You are pure love. That is your true nature. And here in this universe, you play this game of pretending to be billions of creatures. So it's a nice game, but then there comes a point when you see the funny part about the game, and that is it's just a dream. It's just a ride. So